We now return to Let's Play Cleopatra. Why don't we crank that down just a little bit, because we are going to begin the next level. We can let that sit for a minute. Next level of our industry here. I've decided to not do that, and instead we will need to accept henna. You know what, I could probably still take a fourth, actually, but we will also need oil, so we won't be doing that either. We'll be doing it right there. We'll be gathering our stuff here, and then we will begin bringing it all the way up here. Now, do I really want to do that? Because I could easily make production here. This would be halfway between that and what I guess could be a storage unit, but otherwise, I mean, they're going to be dragging this way up there. So maybe I actually want to come down here instead and think about this as my next area. I think that might be better. Now this, I guess I can shoot off this way if I need to. So to gain access here, it would be better to come up this road that way, of course. So let's think a little bit. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, and then we could have a road come off the edge there. So let's do that. And that should be sufficient there. And then what? So now if I bring that up, I have no choice but to just make a road here. I will not gain anything. So that means everything will be coming down this way, and that's fine, I suppose. So we'll do, let's see, we need to do, why don't we do something different this time? We'll do one of those there, an architect post here, and we'll just put one of these here. Now I know that's not going to be enough, just based off the last time we were here. That actually caused a few problems, and so really, maybe actually, we should be thinking about doing something like this instead. Let's do a firehouse down here. Yeah, that's not a good idea either. Because if I do put the dock there, that's going to need the road to go that way, isn't it? Okay, undo that. You can have that back. Why don't we just block off this as well, and then we kind of separate it from there. I think that'll be fine, because then we can always drag a road here, knock that out, and then we've got ourselves our loop there. This maintains this a little bit better if we just block it there. Now fine, you guys can wander off into oblivion, that's fine by me. Okay, so we'll begin this. We should do, actually first, before we get too far, we should go ahead and begin importing this stuff. We need to begin importing oil first of all. Not that. We need to import. Thank you. Import to maintain 4, shall we say, starting out. I think that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and do a store yard here. Gah. We're running into this stupid thing of road blockage, where they're going to be wandering off this way. I suppose they're going to be doing that anyway, and in the end it may actually just be better to put it closer, because it's just that much less they have to wander that way, but we'll put it here. So you will be taking oil. We'll be saying get oil, and you will be accepting lamps. Now we may be able to do a quarter of each on this one. This may be just a little too much. I don't think we need more than 2. I think we'll get away with what we got there. And then probably 2 paints, maybe 3 paints. This is an awful lot of straw. This is actually grain. Never mind. It is a shame I do not have access to cattle this time around. So we've got so many extra of these guys, plus we got a bunch of straw yet, so let's go ahead and do brickwork. Put a couple bricks in there. Now, I was looking at this, and I think that I am going to need to Well, I'm gonna have a gap anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. I was just looking at this and I thought I was gonna have a dangling one out here, but that is not the case. They're gonna line up, and there will be a gap along the back side. We'll just go ahead and put in some gardens or something. Will affect nobody, but it may offset just a little bit over here. You may get some residuals this way. I don't know. What was I doing with this one? Barley and beer. Okay. Well, with that in mind, yeah, see, this is the only way I would get access to this. So I could put here and then put a road. No, yes, I would put a road there. Fire in the city. How? Shit. Because I've got two of those. Well, let's fix that. I can't do anything until that burns out, and something else may catch fire. Now, I saw this oil guy go this way, and he just disappeared into this. So what the hell's that about? Oh, because he disappeared to this. But he should be not disappearing to there to... What if, why are you taking pottery? I'm not taking pottery. Where are you going with this?
I have to go clear across the city with these goods.
Going to... Oh, yes, that's right. It is going to take all day. So maybe I actually want all of that industry down here, and then we'll just drag all that up here. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. It's going to take forever regardless, but it'll take forever less this way. And since we could make barley here, we could move all the beer making there, since we haven't put any of that down. I feel like that's probably the way to go. Otherwise, we're just going to snarl a lot of this. Because what do we need? We need oil, which would be imported. We need pottery, which is being made here. It just makes more sense to have it down here. Okay. So that is a spot left for clay. I may be leaving too much for clay. I mean, that's still three clay pits. But I do have a whole line back here that I can still do bricks and pottery with. Remember, we do need enough to make... Okay, so that's something too. If I decide to maintain my lamp industry, I will need pots for them. So we're just going to go whole hog on that. We'll put the lamps down here. Oh, shit. Well, it'd be great if our fire walkers would get down here and take care of that. Because that's going to deeply affect my ability to grow food this season. Not that we're in so much trouble for it, and I probably have overplanted, seeing as how we are still full. But again, we need to make sure that I am at least maintaining food and everyone has food. So this will grow. We will, I'm sure, eventually eat into all of that. No pun intended. The removal of the burning wreckage was enough to make the houses grow. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we got that going, and I guess I'm just gonna just waste pottery here, actually, because I can't empty this. And okay, so we will not, in fact, be taking that. We will actually swap you out now for half and half. And it is here, not here, here, that we will now be doing paint and lamps. Because we're bringing in oil and henna to this, so we may as well do it here, right? Yeah. Okay. We are 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, so we are going to have a weird offsetting over here as well. Bizarre and mildly aggravating. Let's do that. I mean wastage because I can put, you know, shrines down, speaking of. Um, but not entirely necessary, seeing as how I've got shrine space everywhere, literally everywhere. Let's make more pots because that seems to be a thing that I am struggling to keep up with. And we've got a lot of people yet that need employment. And this guy, yeah, see, if they wander down here too much, then they're just never going to find workers. This is a real bad deal. Again, it's not necessary for me to be doing this. Ooh, and in fact, I could just... yeah, well, if I'm going to do that, okay. Many things I need to take into consideration whilst I'm building up here. Because I need access to, you know, these guys. The work camp. Before they go wandering off down this way. Now, I probably actually, before I even stick them in, need to actually think about where I'm putting this, because I'm only going to get... Yeah, I'm only going to get 2, with a pathway between, and with a ditch in the middle. So it looks like this is going to be the short side, and we're just going to do the long side. I feel like that would maximize my space, and really it's the only way it works. So that is taken for me. That is decided for me. Okay. Did that say inundation? What I really need is an inundation. Double harvest is great, but the fact that these are still dry, and these are getting really dry, that's even with for irrigation. So that's kind of a bad deal there. Right. Let's get these empty. Where are the workers coming from? I would like to know, because I don't think I have any other work camps. So what's here must have squeaked out whilst it was on fire. I appreciate that effort. I appreciate that they still went to work regardless. Let's go ahead and get started on the barley. Well, I mean, if I want this to work out with an irrigation ditch, because if I close this off, there's not going to be an irrigation ditch. I could get one more field in there. Who cares? Have you seen how much this produces? I'm going to be overproducing. But I need 1, 2, 3. So really, to make this, God, to make this work, we need to be doing something silly like this. So it's going to have to be like that to get down to here, and then we're going to do a ditch this way, and then we're going to need to road that. Yeah? Okay. That, and then we can still get a ditch. I mean, it is literally right by this whole thing, so it should probably be pretty fertile. And that is an issue. In fact, we should just double block that. Now, we could still connect this up. That is fantastic. Roadblock. I think we got it. I suppose this is only useful to me if they're going to go directly here, but I don't think they do that. But whatever, it works. So let's go ahead and get some brewers in. So we can empty that. Because that's what this is, right? Yep. Alright. So that kind of sucks, just a little bit, with how much that's taking up, but We'll get that going there, and then we will need to see. Now if I just take out this useless bunch of statues, I can build more there. Oh boy, more people needed. Okay, well, given how stable our food supply actually is, I think it's safe to say we can just bring in a bunch more people. Where are we at? Food and industry, okay. Benevolent, approving. Did this go double? How is that possible? What just happened here? Small blessing, lavish festival. Chosen God appreciates the dedication. Was that one of these? Somebody decided that they were going to do a double. She throws a festival, so all gods notice. Oh, okay, that was the message that I tried to click through. So, that's nice. All gods except her, of course, but, you know, if you're throwing the party, I guess that's kind of the... Oof. Well, I mean, technically we made profit. Even if we were stable, that would be fine. In fact, that would be more than fine. It would be highly acceptable to just have that. Right, this was not going to work, was it? Because I needed this for a work camp. Because otherwise it is going to take forever to get over here. So I was going to save space for a work camp. Having store yards here just kind of makes sense in my mind. So why don't we just go ahead and finish this loop up here. And really that would leave me... So we'll do that, and then we'll do a roadblock here, and we're gonna just clean that one off anyway, because I mean, once we get these guys here, they're gonna be split in where they're looking for stuff. So win some, lose some, I guess. Build granaries for the upcoming harvest. Yeah, we are bad for that. So why don't we actually start? We are selling it, are we not? Export went over 0. Not sure how to explain that. Oh, it looks like they're selling it. No? They just put it right back.
No one can accept these goods. That's okay. I can use the rest.
Would somebody like to take this off my hands, please? What the hell? Well, how are we doing for people? We're still struggling for people because I need them to be here. Why aren't you buying the food? She's going off now. I guess I'm getting impatient unnecessarily because it's really me just not speeding up the game to an acceptable level. Common Festival. Okay, everybody should be fine. It'd be nice if Bast got in here and filled up my houses for me. I don't know that she actually acts like Aphrodite. Now that I think about it. Are we importing henna yet? We got a lot of that. Got maybe too much of that, actually. I did say import to maintain 400, right? What we're really struggling with is the pottery. We are filling that, or eating that, quite rapidly. 2 paint pots. I don't know that I need that, but again, I've got the whole back row here for bricks and pots and stuff. So this excessive amount of clay can still find use. Hopefully it's going to start finding use in making me a lot of money. But I think it's probably time that we can maybe start thinking about this. Now, which way am I going to do this? Because it needs to be at least 3 with a road. And I guess we'll just go right in the middle. Why don't we do that? There is no water bridge crossing. Definitely one of the complaints I have about the game. How each one seems to limit you in you know, in what you can have each mission, where it turns some on and turns some off, and that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It just kind of seems forced. Okay, we're going to do that and do that. And then we're going to help this guy out so this thing doesn't fall apart. I just need to figure out, I need to slow down just a little bit here. I need to figure out, well, I need to figure out where people are going to live. Why don't we go ahead and do a 3x, it's not going to work as a 3x, it expands on its own. We'll do that way out there. And then we can do another one like that. Because then I can fill in this one. Once this one expands, then I can fill in that one. So we're going to have that. We're going to do... shit, I don't know. I could do on both sides, in fact, and just have all of this as the buildings, which is an option. I was kind of thinking maybe I'd put buildings in here that they might like, just to break things up a little bit. These 1x buildings are really annoying, actually. They're really annoying. Let's just do one of those and an architect, and eventually we'll need all the bells and whistles, because I will need... Right, I'm going to need a... How are we out of... How? Well, okay. I guess I know how we're out of that. Should we do work camp? They're still going to have to go all the way, but it's a lot less. Do 2 work camps? We've got a lot of fields. This could fill in quite well if we play this right. We'll do beautification of gardens in the back, just so it carries over to here. Now that these guys are building up as well, we should probably think about their health a little bit. What have we got here? I've got an apothecary and a dentist. So I should probably do the same over here. Apothecary. And where I'm going to stick the dentist, I don't know. Because that's not a road back here. I don't like these one-off buildings. They're so... They take space that it shouldn't take. I guess I can put it back here, but then it just kicks this off. Whatever. We'll put a statue. Thank you. And we can do plaza. Fill that in a little bit more. And there's that one up there in the corner. Okay. So let's move this along. Oh, they will literally drag it all the way across the map.
I'm ready to work.
I would like it to not do that. So I guess we just end up making another housing block there. Because I'd like to kind of do something like that. And then we'll take another roadblock. Am I going to have to worry about bandits? It did not explicitly say so. But it's entirely possible that that is still a thing. Because if it is, then we need to get that up there. I don't know. I don't want to get too crazy with that. We've got a lot of people still. Not as many as you'd think, actually. I mean, there's still lines of people coming in. So I guess that's something. Because I was thinking about putting down a few more docks, honestly. I guess we should probably also get the paint makers started. Are these just henna? Yeah, they're just henna. So let's get henna. There you go. Import to maintain 400. It'll basically keep us at 600 the way things are going. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this up here. that. We'll do a store yard right in the middle. This store yard will be the one that says to get. Because that's all we really need. I mean, we will need trade goods, I guess, or burial goods, I should say. So why don't we instead set that to fourths? That way I can, well, what do we need? We're going to need linen. I'll need to get that anyway. We're going to need a lot of luxury goods. A hell of a lot of luxury goods. Oh my god, luxury goods. What the f... Okay. So, we'll have to open this up to weapons, and we should probably crank it down anyway. Chariots. We need luxury goods. A lot of luxury... I mean, do we even... get it? No. This is not the way to do this. Because they're going to take forever to get it up here, and we can just make it like down here because they don't have to take it to the tomb. They just have to be there so that I can manually say go, and that's don't do that. So that's fine actually to have it where we're not sending it all over the place. I think we're fine until we're not fine, of course, so let's keep at it. Employees needed again. Why? Okay, well, clearly this is not working out, so we're probably going to just, I guess I can just stretch a line here. Do more beautification. We've clearly got the food. I mean, good grief. Look at this. Speed this up a little bit. Whilst we're at it, I suppose then we should do like physician. Get our healthcare all situated. Let's take more plaza. I'm actually not super impressed with the way the plaza looks, but it does help with the appeal, which I guess is all that matters. Let's also make sure I'm not gonna just have all my shit collapse on me, because that would be not good in any way, shape, or form. Population-wise, it looks like this is still enough of the templage, and this may be too far. I mean, if they're gonna wander this way and wander this way, I don't know. They should, regardless whether they go up or down, still be able to pass this, but that might actually not be true. We do have 400 units. We are ready for stone masons. Excellent. We just need the people. We do have a little bit of people. So we'll put in a little bit of stonemasonry guilds. Is it one at a time, or are we going to need to put in a few? Let's just put in a few. That'll eat up all my free people. What could possibly go wrong there? Okay, so I think that I'm in a pretty good position right now, as I always say, but we seem to have filled up most of the fields. Everything's going well, to excess in some places. It's just going to take a long time. Oh, right. 2,000 people, that's fantastic, because we're 2/3 of the way there now. Get paints and lamps. Yeah. And we're sitting here, meanwhile, filling up with lamps. What's this guy doing? He's just ready for orders. He's not bothered with taking them or doing anything of the sort. Money-wise, we're doing very well. So, money's done. We now can actually probably focus on this. So, I guess I can put down another... What about you? What are you taking? Just grain and straw? Just excess? Okay. That's fine. Let's put down another store yard, specifically for our trade goods. We'll take weapons. We'll take linen. We'll take... Well, okay. So I definitely need linen at least as a permanent good, because we'll have to be supplying people. So Well, in that case, we'll need papyrus as well. Let's not do that one then. Let's just do chariots. We will need papyrus, but But I'll need papyrus for. I'm gonna need papyrus for the scholars, aren't I? What do I need? So these two will be in their own. I need chariots, luxury goods, and weapons. Okay. Chariots, luxury goods. I'll also need luxury goods for... Well, no, I will not. I will not need luxury goods because that will be what tips us over. So that can only be up here for that to work out. So we'll do that. And then I guess we'll put down another store yard and just have that locked down and ready to go. So we do, with these ones, we do papyrus and linen. Still think I could do with maybe less than what I would otherwise be filling up, but I think it'll be fine. Hopefully this doesn't cause too much problems. They'll cross it either way. They go here and then they make a decision. They'll be hitting a house either way, so we'll get population going here. Good, good. Okay. So I believe the solid infrastructure is all ready to go. I'm just going to, for the sake of it, build a police station, just in case. Just in case we need to suddenly deal with tomb robbers. Does not seem to be a thing, but wow, you didn't make any progress at all. What the hell was that? 1%. That's going to take forever. But we're probably at a situation now where I can loosen up on the reins a little bit, and then we'll kind of speed through this. Our clay excess seems to have abated. It seems like now we're taking care of that, brick-wise, pottery-wise. Okay, I almost think we're not going to have enough pottery because we haven't really maintained this to the point, because it's all going towards making lamps and stuff. In fact, rivers of blood. We're going to probably need to bring them over in a get situation at some point, because again we will need to supply them, and we cannot have them going all the way down here to get pots. So that's something else to think about. But I think we got enough on our plates now. I will end the episode here, and I will see you next time.